since it is so windy outside today, I'm going to make a two-part series on this angel, okay? In this video, I'm going to show you how I draw it out on a 3 by 3, 3 inch by 3 inch by 6 inch block of butternut, okay? So, let's make some mark. Well, before we start marking, a few things you'll need. A straight edge, doesn't necessarily have to be a ruler, but, and then there's a lot of different marks that we're going to make. So I suggest some different, either different colors, if you use Sharpie, or like this is a blue, just fine point Sharpie. This is the same color blue, but super fine tip. Okay? So, and then I got some pens as well. So, let's get started. So now, Cousin Jack, I hope you watch this video and the next one, and I hope you're impressed by it, because, my friend, I learned this from you, okay? So, now, by the way, everybody, if you don't know, that knucklehead back there is Brantley. So, the first thing we do is pick a corner for the face, okay? So, it doesn't really matter, especially if you're power carving. It doesn't really matter which way the grain's running or anything like that, because especially the cut-saw burrs will wipe it clean just like it's nothing, okay? So, let's make some marks. Alright, so the very first thing we're going to do is on the top, top of the wood, I'm going to use a pen for this mark, just make an X, corner to corner both ways. We're going to find the approximate center point of the wood, okay? So there's that. And I apologize if there's any bad lighting. So there's that. So just an X, I'm going to trace over it with my Sharpie so that you guys can see it better. Alright, not the straightest tracing, but we have our approximate center point right there where they intersect, okay? And I'm going to switch back to my pen, and I'm going to square up and just mark edge to edge through that center point, or as close to it as possible. Alright, so we have the start of our center lines. Okay, so now square it up on each side all the way down. Okay, these are going to be reference lines for later on.
Good.
Thank you, Brantley. Okay, so I got my reference lines. Okay, now we're going to draw in the face. All right, from the top. It's okay to estimate.
It messed up.
It's okay to estimate with this, because I mean, once you do it a couple times, you'll get the hang of it, but I'm going to go down about a 1/2 inch and make a mark right there on the corner, and then another inch, since it's going to be a 6-inch tall angel, and make another mark. And now okay, so got the face drawn in. Now, leave my stuff alone. I'm gonna go up above that top mark and draw in the hood. That's not symmetric at all, but that's okay. It's correctable. Now, at the bottom, on this one, I'm gonna measure up from the bottom about 2 inches, and actually I'm gonna do 2.5 and make a mark, and just from that mark curve it up. Okay, that's going to be the bottom of the wing. Okay, and flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Wait. Nate, that was stupid.
What?
There. Now it's going the right way. Okay. Okay. Now, just from the bottom of the wing on each side, we're going to put in a curve for the bottom of the gown. All right? Just make sure the curve is toward the corner, so you don't make the same mistake I did a while ago. All right, now we're going to measure down from the top about 1 inch on this one. We're going to put in the baselines for the tops of the wings, okay? And using your straight edge, straight out to that corner. So, on the other side, about 1 inch, and then straight out to the corner. And we'll put some curves in. Okay. I'll show you the curves in the carving. All right. Now we are going to put in the praying hands and the arms. So I've always guesstimate with the praying hands, especially on these larger pieces of wood like this, because when you're carving, you can once you see how everything starts to shape up when you're carving, you can move them up or down or wherever. Okay, so the hands and the arms are not for sure permanent where they're going to be. Okay? So now, for the praying hands, I just use a rounded off triangle. And who knows, when I carve it, I might make them bigger, but for the arms, just freehand off it into the wing on both sides. Okay, so that's the front of our angel. Okay, now on the top, well, now I'm gonna, on the side of the wing, the back side, now we're gonna measure in to give, to decide the width of the wing. For a 6-inch angel, I'm gonna make my mark at about 3/4 of an inch, square it up, and then all the way up, all the way down. All right, and label it. So I suggest labeling this so you know what it is when it's time to carve, because all these lines can get confusing, I know. So now we're going to go over to the other side, and same thing, 3/4 of an inch, and top to bottom. All right. Okay, we're gonna straighten our ruler, put it on the top of that line that we just drew in, and towards the side with the face, straight line, slanted towards the face, okay? So that's the top of the wing right there on that side. And then the same thing on the other side of the top. I'm going to make it. Okay, so now the final step in the preparation. We're going to mark all the waste material, okay? That'll be gone, that'll be gone, that, all this, that, and because of the gown and the curve of the wing right there, and probably at least a little bit of that corner. So and there we have it. So there's the drawn out angel with all the waste wood marked and everything. So again, you got to take the size of the block of wood into account for the measurements, okay? Guesstimate, okay? You can always adjust it when you're carving. It's very easy to make adjustments on the fly when you're carving, especially if you're a power carver. So that's how I draw out my angels. Good job, Brantley. Thank you. So in my next video, once I get this adjusted, we're going to turn this into this.
They look completely different.
So if you like my videos and love to carve and want to learn how to do an angel, keep an eye out for part 2. But until then, now you know how to make the marks.
Keep on carving.
So I love y'all and keep on carving.
Yeah.
Peace out.
That's all.